What's going on, y'all? We got a TRX workout or suspension workout. I'm going to use rings today. We're going to start with our warm-up, of course, about 30 seconds of those toes to sky. Gives you a little calf raise and a stretch through the hamstring. As you're sending your hips back, feel the stretch through the back of your legs, but don't forget to breathe out as you reach. You want to stretch those ankles to get those shoulders nice and warm. Here we go. We're going to keep that reach theme going, widening our feet into our squat and rotation. So you're going to drop down to a nice low squat, reach and rotate over to the opposite side, getting the obliques going, pivoting through some of our joints, a little bit of directional change, getting our minds sharp and ready. Remember, keep driving your knees out on your squat, squeeze your glutes on your way up. We're almost a minute into our warm-up, so we're going to take it down to the floor, get our core fired up, squeeze your glutes and your quads, and you're just going to collapse your shoulder blades and spread them apart. This scap push-up is a great way to get the shoulders ready and to tie in a little bit of core work. Now, set an intention for your work today. We got full body work, lots of balance, so we want to make sure that we're incorporating all the muscles and being intentional about the way that we move. I'm excited for this one. Last couple reps here. And we're gonna swing it around for our bicycles. Of course, you can keep your knees bent the entire time and just tap with your heels if you'd like, but I like to go for a nice long reach just to get those hip flexors warm, squeezing my glutes as I extend my leg so that that lower back is protected. Try not to pull on the neck, keep the elbows open, and make your breathing nice and rhythmic with each switch of those legs. Hold on to it, let it burn a little bit, and then we're gonna get ready to get started with this suspension workout. There it is, got that core fired up, and we get into our first circuit. We're doing standing circuits, starting with our chest press. So get up on those toes, get into it like a plank position, knuckles strong toward the floor, and the elbows are gonna go slightly towards the body as we drop down, like we are doing a push-up. The further back you are and more parallel to the ground, the tougher this movement is. You can always kickstand one foot forward to increase that endurance, give you a little bit of support, but you're not putting all of your weight into that front foot. You're evenly distributing between the front and the back. Try to keep your vision forward, your shoulders down, and remember, you can always narrow the feet for more balance or widen, or narrow the feet to challenge your balance or widen them to support it a little bit more. Woo, let it burn, squeeze those glutes. Everything is engaged in this exercise. Last couple reps, should be feeling everything here. Now this full body work is 45 seconds on and 15 off, but of course it can be longer for your rest, so you can always just take a pause when you need it. We're back in that plank position on the toes, engaging through the calves, and we go into our tricep extension. We want to bend only at the elbows, keep the body steady, take our hips with us, and get those knuckles toward our temples. A deeper bend to the elbow is always going to give you a little bit more of that tricep work, and of course you can kickstand the foot if you need to. 45 seconds is a good bit of time, so I just try to switch after every couple reps if I am going to kickstand my foot. The last couple reps, this is literally my toughest movement. Take that rest where you need it, and then we're going to take our grip over top of our suspension ropes. We want to make sure that the knuckles are strong to the floor, elbows are tight, and we're going into a hop. You're dropping down into a deep squat, squeezing the glutes, and driving up for power. So if you're getting less reps here and focusing on that drive through the hips, that's totally fine. But my upper body is hanging onto my straps. I'm not putting any effort into that upper body, I'm just making sure that I'm anchored there. Of course, step it back, step it forth. Make sure you get those hips and knees straight at the top though. This is such a fun one, but it is exhausting. Take the recovery, maybe a little longer on this one as we get into the next circuit where we'll be facing the anchor point. So we have gotten a row. I'm going low row, elbows tight to my body. You can of course go wide if you'd like to. Now walk toward the anchor and then pull the toes back towards your nose. This is a great way to work the muscles on the front side of your calves, the ones that are responsible for pulling the toes back. This just keeps the ankles nice and healthy. Now we want to take our hips with us, keep the tailbone tucked and the abs tight, like doing a reverse plank. Of course, kickstand the feet if you need to. You're, again, not putting all of your weight in that back foot, but just supporting to drive forward through the ball of the foot. Never flat-footed here. Keep those shoulders down, squeeze that middle back. Such a good movement to wake up the back of the body. Let's keep it going facing the anchor point for our bicep curl. Wrists are gonna face the sky, we're keeping that proud chest, and we're curling. Just like we did the tricep extensions, we're looking to keep just bending through the elbows. We're not letting the arms shift up or down. Trying to bring those knuckles toward the forehead. This one is a tough one. You've really got to feel it into existence. Some people will feel like they need their elbows to be wider, more narrow, but you do want to feel those biceps. With the rings, I still try to turn my grip so my wrists stay nice and straight. If you are using like a TRX or other suspension equipment, you should be able to rotate with your straps and it'll work with your grip. Last couple reps here. Stay strong, keep that torso nice and in line with the knees. Challenge myself to that last deep rep. Woo! One more. Yes, way to work. All right, take that recovery, and we got one more. We tie it together with the squat row. Elbows are tight, shoulders are down. I reach and squeeze. Straight hips at the top and a full row. Now, you can make it more challenging by stepping closer to the anchor point, less challenging by stepping away. And of course, you want to keep those wrists nice and straight. So no bending them, no compensating. If you want to add a little hop at the top, you are welcome to, but this is a great way to get the heart rate up without the impact. Last few reps here, squeeze with intention because this is your final movement. Of course, you have the option to run these circuits 2 times through, but it's a nice way to spend 10 minutes, get that whole body moving and engage our core. Way to get it done, y'all. Give it up for yourself. We're gonna go right into that cool down. With whatever grip you have left, you're gonna grab onto those straps and sit in that deep squat. We're gonna stretch those lats, that lower back, looking underneath each arm for about 10-15 seconds. Just breathing and allowing our hips to anchor down so that you can really get a stretch through the back side of that body. This is a great opportunity to let the nervous system calm. And then we'll move into that figure 4. This one, of course, let the arms be relaxed. Deepen that bend to the knee. Feel the stretch through the hip and through the glute. I really love suspension equipment to get a really good deep stretch, especially through my chest. So we're gonna face away from the anchor, extend the arms all the way, and then you'll walk out. You'll start to feel that stretch through your chest, through the front side of your shoulders. So be mindful to not overstretch. You can support again with kickstanding the foot, but it's a great way to open the chest and finish the stretches with that equipment strong. Next up, we have a quad pull. So grab onto the laces, tuck your tailbone, keep those knees close to each other, and really feel the stretch through the front side of the leg. This was a fun one. It's one that I try to complete 3 circuits of. It's a great endurance workout, but remember, the closer you are to your anchor point, the more resistance you're gonna get. The suspension equipment is so great for that because then you can really see how much closer you get or how much more movement you can add, how much more balance you can get. Last stretch here, we go triceps, keeping the chin off the chest, keeping the tailbone tucked under. I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. It's a great quick way to get some movement in. And just remember to be proud of yourself. Refuel well, recover well, and I will see you guys on the next one.